Black Series Edition LLC. We're going to keep this quiet with the lawsuit going back and forth between a YouTuber we're suing by the name of CROW1176, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, for a very serious amount of copyright infringements. So basically, we had to do some educating for him yesterday because, again, he really does not understand how the government and copyright laws actually work. So we had to explain that to him. But moving on, let's talk about the after effect. So usually when I see these demonstrations on these great products, they will do this kind of video to make it look like their product is actually working. That's just for the time being. But what happens and where does the customer end up afterwards? After the video is done, how is the screen working in this everyday environment? How does this everyday environment change for this particular screen paint? Now, as you've seen from our customers can use their screens in fully lit environments because our screens are ambient light projection technology. But these customers, and we've had tested this paint before, cannot use these screen paints in fully lit environments. They'll try to do some demonstrations for the beginning, but what happens in the after effect? What's their everyday experience with this paint? What kind of environment are they stuck in? Okay, so this fellow right here clearly put in a dedicated theater room, but if it was dedicated, it wouldn't have windows attached to it because, again, that's all that kind of stuff you got to black out and keep it dark in there. We already built one of those before. So it kind of like probably more like a family room. So with that being said, he is going to have light in the environment, and this can't disrupt the screen, which means the screen can't suffer through any fading or any washout because this is going to become a problem. This is why gray screens and white screens do not have the capability of ambient light projection technology. They don't have the ability to pull proper contrast levels, and they definitely don't see color because this is a screen that will wash out. Now, this is a demonstration, and even more interesting about this demonstration, we have a particular video of this product, the Personal Mix, matching bare silver screen, which we have a side-by-side demonstration on that. So if you come here, we muted it, you'll watch the customer paint the screen in. What I noticed was when I go to the video, somebody's pulling up videos and sending them over to us. So they sent it over to the channel. Every video that this guy does from then on that is in the dark. He has to be in complete darkness. If he does any videos, and I told you this is one of the key things you will see in screen paints that can't see contrast, when they're doing somewhat fully lit environments, they will try to keep it to color as much as possible because color will have a less chance of fading on the screen. Those are one of the biggest smoke tricks ever used. Contrast levels will be strictly done in the dark. They cannot do the entire video from beginning to end in a fully lit environment because there's going to be serious complications to the screen. So eventually that area is going to go dark. It has to because that's the only way they'll be able to show off the screen. So as you see him here painting the screen in, and I told you if you look at the color of the paint, that paint is exactly the same color that I have in here. Exactly the same color. All right. But I always get that. I always see them do that first video. I never see the after effect. Like, what's their day-to-day process with that screen? If they're claiming they can be in a fully lit environment, then are they in a fully lit environment every day? That's why I said that a lot of the demonstrations we see on environments for these projection screen setups are fake. There's no way in the world these environments are looking this dark 24/7 unless you're actually in a dedicated theater room. Now, interesting about this is this product actually ended up matching in side-by-side demonstration with the bare silver screen, ended up matching perfectly in Jamie's video. Perfectly matched the bare silver screen. Keep in mind, for those who've been asking us where do we get the video from, yeah, he kind of removed the video off his account, so you can't find it. We got a copy of it. This is why we make copies of his videos, because they're known for disappearing. All right, here we go. Man, he literally could have did that with bullseye primer. Would have been the same thing. Now, is the product tested? No, there are no test demonstrations under this product at all, period. This is why I request for customers before buying a screen paint product, ask for side-by-side demonstrations against a screen paint that is the same color or a house paint that's the same color. We never get those. lights are automatically going to go out from the door. They have to, because that screen, and the best time, like I said, the best time for him to be able to paint that screen, because sorry about that, man. I noticed on this side, there is a bunch of bay windows on this side. So having a bunch of bay windows on that side, the best time to do the demonstration on that screen would be at night, because then you would have less light transferring through the windows, and that way it wouldn't disrupt the screen quality. This is the kind of tricks you got to watch out for. Now, I'm not saying the customer is at fault. He's not at fault. But I'm pretty sure he was given specific instructions when to do things. All right, so there's the screen paint right there. Now, mind you, bare silver screen has the exact same reaction as this paint, the same reaction. Now, if you watch that, right? All right. Now, let's go in. Let's see the remainder of these videos for this paint. All right. So we're going to go pop over here, and we're going to go over to, this is this optimal projector. He's on for noise level. That has nothing to do with it. He's doing a demonstration right here. Of course, clearly, yeah, he's definitely going to be in the dark for this one. This is the demonstration. He's going to have a really rough time trying to produce in a fully lit environment. So he's going to have to be in the dark 24/7. Keep in mind, screen paints that can do this in the dark, again, bare silver screen, network grade 773, and slip silver can all do this perfectly. So he has to be in the dark to use this. Any gray screen paint can do that. Any gray screen paint. So it'll have to be in the dark. He cannot be in a fully lit environment. This is the aftermath of actually him painting the screen in. In order for him to use that screen, he has to sit in the dark. That's why when we watch all of his demonstrations with his customers, every single one sits in the dark. This is why you have to ask for tests. The product, no, it can't be ambient light rejection. Ambient light rejection technology doesn't apply to light gray screens or white screens. It doesn't work. Now, what makes him such an interest is the reason why, not because of the lawsuit that's coming toward him, is because there are people out there that do sell great products, but they don't lie and over embellish their product specifications. Keep in mind, this product has never been tested, and there's no specifications whatsoever. Let's see in the video if the lights ever come on. So we'll come down here, all contrast levels, all colors, all done in the dark. This is what's going to happen when you use a product that's untested. You are going to be stuck in the dark. This is what's going to happen to your living room. Yeah. Well, okay, let's go see if there's another one. Maybe in a fully lit environment. Calibrating. Of course, he's definitely going to have to calibrate because, again, colors aren't going to work out all that well. So here's another demonstration, same screen paint, sitting on the calibrated projector because, again, it's going to have a very difficult time picking up color, so it has to stay in the dark. This is what his customers go through. So when you see Jamie on video opening up doors and windows, trying to give out the illusion that his product can be used in a fully lit environment all the time, this is not so. This is where his customers have to be at. They don't have a choice. Well, they do have a choice, but this is where they're at. And keep in mind, as we saw the video with bare silver screen matching the personal mix, it does the exact same thing. Now this is on a calibrated projector. Let's see if there's any, does he ever turn the lights on? Here, there. Nope. The only way you're going to be able to pull a decent image, you're going to have to be in the dark. And even in the dark, you're still not seeing contrast. For those who want to test that theory, well, their Screen Innovation, their contrast levels are extremely good. You could do a side-by-side next to them in the dark on contrast levels. and see which one pulls a higher one. I'm pretty sure the screen innovation will definitely come up ahead. All right, another demonstration in the dark by the customer. Like I said, they don't have a choice, so it's not his fault. It's more Jamie's fault. On top of it, I'm pretty sure he never saw the Barrett silver screen video. All right, let's see if we can get another one. Let's go over here. Is he going to be in the dark again just to watch sports? Now, keep in mind, if you're watching movies, that's great. But if you're watching sports, this is what your man cave is going to turn into. And as you can see, it's light outside. You know why I can tell it's light outside? See the curtains right there? There you go. So 200-inch screen, and he has to shut the curtains so that way he can see the image, because the image will wash out. Doesn't the video look familiar? Jamie does these all the time. He does a screen in a very dark environment, puts a couple of lights in there to try to make the area look like it's well lit. But if you look at the windows, you would see it's probably like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So why do you have such a nice projector, a nice good sized screen at 200 inches, and you're sitting in the dark watching a soccer game? Due to the fact you can't open up your windows because your screen will wash out. That's one of the things we see in a lot of those demonstrations. We see a lot of light peeking. Light peeking is where you have light peeking around the windows and corners, coming out through the cracks and crevices, trying to push into the room, but the room is made dark so the screen can pull up. This is where you're going to be stuck at, and this is why on his webpage you would clearly see him state it's not ambient light rejection. Well, if your product is not ambient light rejection, why are you going against technology that is ambient light rejection? And moreover, why are you trying to display your product as if it is ambient light rejection? Unless you're telling customers that ambient light rejection is not required on your product, and if that's the case, why are all your customers sitting in the dark? Let's finish this one right here. It's my hammer pipes. Now he's trying to keep the camera in nice and tight, but he doesn't realize that there's light pushing all around in here. So it's probably about in the afternoon, easy. Let's see if he opens up any of those curtains. Now, see when he opens up the curtains now? Look how fast the image washed out. Grass isn't green anymore. It's actually kind of a washed out color. So he did open up the curtains a little bit. Still dark in there because you can see the wall on this side. If that area is well lit, it would look just like this over here. So just that little bit of light that just came in, that's how fast the screen washed out. Watch it from here. Look at the color. Look how fast the color washes out. To the color now. There you go. That's the aftermath of using his product. And the sad thing about it is the customer, because CROW plays on the fact that this is the normal. This is how screens are supposed to look. No, it's not the normal. TVs don't even look like this. If you're going to replace your screen with a TV, then you want it to look just like a TV. That is very washed out. Let's go back and look at the color change again. That's the color here. We're in a dark environment. And this is the color now. When the light hits it. Wash the screen completely out. And if you notice that these curtains, this is another trick you got to watch out for. See these curtains right here? How come these aren't open? This should be pulled all the way over here. Because if he opens this up fully, this entire screen will wash out. That's why. That's why it's shielded here to protect the screen here. And whatever little lights here can pass here, it won't cause the screen to fade out that much. This is another trick you have to watch out for. This should have been moved all the way over here, pushed to the side. But if you look at the color change, there we go. Now watch the minute the light hits the screen. There we go. They don't see color. And this is on a calibrated projector. He just basically showed a video of him calibrating his machine. On a calibrated projector on a gray screen print is absolutely useless. Color, useless. Contrast, useless. They're not ambient light rejection. This is the aftermath of what his customers go through. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness, that's pretty bad. Wow, 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 wow. That is unbelievable, Jamie. Gee whiz Louise, you gotta be kidding me. That screen completely washed out. Wow, we better get a copy of this. This is gonna go missing. This is definitely gonna go missing. This is an actual customer showing your screen in daylight hours. That's how badly your screen washes out. We gotta get a copy. We gotta get a copy fast. We'll be back. We gotta get a copy of this. This is gonna go missing. This is definitely gonna go missing. I don't know if you can get access to his account, because his account basically, these are 3-year-old videos. Look at that. That is absolutely disgusting. Where the freak is the screen? That is really bad. I told you, his customers were going through it. His customers are going through it. Wow, that screen washed it out. We got to get a copy of this. We got to get a copy. Okay. Basically, you already seen the aftermath of this and all this and everything that's going on. We need to get a copy of this quick, because this video is going to go, it's going to disappear. This is really serious, heavy evidence. Look at that. Look how bad that is. That is absolutely horrible. There is nothing there in that corner. That is gone, completely wiped out. Man, you've been scamming people for the long, but unbelievable. I couldn't imagine the countless people you've scammed on this product. This is why I tell y'all to be careful. They use some high-end 4K projectors, dark environments, calibrated machines. That's all smoke and mirrors. I told you, at the end of the day, you can't use the screen paint in normal lighting. It'll wash out. There's not even a lot of lighting in that room. It just has 2 open curtains. That thing washed out that bad? Wow. All right. People, we got to cut this video short. Sorry if you're watching this video. We're cutting it short. We got to come back and dub this video quick.